Tim Tebow had the third highest selling jersey during his college football career. Guess how much money he made off that sale? Not a dime. What if I told you I was going to sell something with your name or face behind it, but you couldn't make a dime off of it? I would be furious if a multi-million-dollar organization was making money off my name while my family struggled to pay bills. This recent discussion about college athletes making money from apparel, advertising, and other items have their name behind it shouldn't be a discussion. It's pretty clear-cut to me. Research has shown that 5% of college's apparel sales are from college athletes. The NCAA makes billions of dollars off college athletes, and the college athletes don't see any of it. All college athletes that spend time training hard to be the best and help their team win should have the opportunity to make money if something is sold with their name behind it. An athlete's hard work directly impacts their performance in their respective sport, which causes people to tune in and watch. Also, encouraging individuals to cheer for them and buy their jerseys. College athletes put in time and effort, as do professionals, yet professionals make profit off their hard work, and college athletes do not. There are two sides to this story, whether college athletes should or shouldn't profit off their name. Good points are made on both sides, but I will be discussing why athletes should make money off their name and do my best to inform you of the opposite side point and why it doesn't stand. College athletes spend as much time training as they have doing their schoolwork. We will discuss the sacrifices that college athletes make to be the best and how they could be better spent their time if they didn't have to train. In a recent study, it was reported that college athletes or student athletes spend 30 hours a week training. The NCAA restricts more than 20 hours a week in training, but most of the student athletes said it oftentimes goes over that. A general rule is that college student who is enrolled in a class should spend 2 to 3 hours studying for each hour of class. A full-time student who has 15 credit hours must spend 30 to 45 hours a week studying. A college athlete that is attending school based on scholarship must be a full-time student to maintain their scholarship. Now, if we break down, we can clearly see how overwhelmed student athletes are because of their schedule. There are 168 hours in a week. If an athlete spends 40 hours a week training, 45 hours a week studying, 15 hours a week in class, and the recommended 63 hours a week sleeping, then that comes out to 163 hours. This is alarming because there are only 168 hours in a week, leaving the students with 5 hours to eat, shower, and socialize. All this being said, college athletes could not possibly have a job that would help them bring in any kind of income. They have almost no time for a spouse and even less time for any kind of relaxation. Now, in a world where athletes are able to profit off their name, the hours they put in would be somewhat worth it, as there would be some kind of income. College athletes that have a scholarship receive housing, food, transportation without paying a dime at all. They also receive apparel to wear so they don't need. This is a good argument, but the fault in this idea is that college athletes themselves are taken care of while their potentially struggling family receives no profits from these schools. In an emergency state where an athlete's family is in poverty-stricken neighborhood, the athlete's ability to benefit financially from the family's ability to benefit from the athlete's money because they are not able to work. A college athlete cannot have a job, and this is because they cannot support their family. Another argument of why college athletes shouldn't be paid is that it will prevent them from reaching professional level because they have already started making money from their name without reaching their full potential. The argument is built on the basis that college athletes' motivation to reach professional level will decline. I disagree with this argument because if an athlete has the opportunity to make money off their name, they will work harder to make an impact on their team and career, which in turn will impact the sales of products driven by their name and performance. The better they play, the better their apparel will sell, the better they perform, the better their chances of going professional. I believe that the two motivations go hand in hand. A college football player comes from a bad neighborhood, but his little brother still stays in the same neighborhood. This 10-year-old child is playing outside one day and is hit by a stray bullet and killed. If the child was more financially stable, he would have been able to be removed from this area and would still be alive. The more people talk about this, the better we can bring it to the forefront, the less organizations can ignore. Explain the possibilities for these young men and women. Explain to your family that there are billions of dollars being made off their names while their families are in poverty-stricken neighborhoods. College athletes should be given the opportunity to better their life and their families' lives. Spread the word that this is bigger than a college kid trying to make a quick buck. We can potentially save lives by allowing these young men and women to profit off their hard work. University of Florida football legend Tim Tebow outsold most athletes' products during his time in college, but the impact he made did not allow him to reap the benefits for the hours he put in.
Very nice.